How long do you think Etsy will last? So honestly, people ask me this question all the time, and at the end of the day, it will last forever in some senses, okay? Like, don't look at Etsy as like don't look at it as a cash grab, because it will last longer than a simple cash grab, like a fucking NFT pump, right? That's the first thing, right? And you're going to learn a lot of skills from it. So say if you knew Etsy was ending in 3 months' time, it's still worth to start. It's still worth to focus on it, because not only can you make tens of thousands of dollars in profit in 3 months' time, but you'll also learn skills that are transferable to different platforms, okay? So that's first things first. But then in terms of actually how long do you think it will last? Well, I think it will last a long time, because I'm betting a lot of money on it. I've bought some stores recently. I've done some extra stuff recently as well with the software side of things. So we're betting hundreds of thousands it's going to last a long time. We've got a lot of stock for some of our stores. So we're betting literally hundreds of thousands that it will last. So yeah, I believe it will last. Like, it will get harder every single day, but you keep pivoting, right? It's the same thing as OFM. It's the same thing as Shopify dropshipping. It's the same thing as every single thing under the fucking sun. Everything will have peaks and it'll have troughs, right? And everything gets harder and harder and harder because more people become aware of it. Etsy is still tiny compared to Amazon, compared to eBay. Tiny. And they're still incredibly strong platforms. So I wouldn't really, I would just go ham on it. If you're doing 50K a month profit on Etsy right now, or even say 30K a month profit on Etsy right now, you still have a lot more room to scale, but it's worth putting time into diversification. But if you're not doing big numbers, don't even think about it, because what will happen is you're thinking like, oh, will Etsy last? And while you're doing that, you're not putting your 100% focus into pushing Etsy as hard as possible, because psychologically you're thinking, there's no point in doing that because it won't last. I've done so many things in the past where I thought it wouldn't last, and it's ended up lasting 3 years. Literally 2 brands that I run today that come to mind, right? I don't talk about these brands publicly, but they've both done over 7 figures. They're Shopify brands, Facebook, Instagram, Google ads mainly, right? A little bit of Pinterest. I thought those were going to be pump and dump stores, drop shipping product, run it up, drop ship, shitty product, take the cash, dip. But what ended up happening is we saw the products was actually really good. The niche was underserviced. No one was paying attention to the niche. So what we did is we built a whole legitimate business around it. And now each of those businesses are worth upwards of probably $500,000 each, right? Like just an actual business worth. So I potentially could have missed out on $1 million if I was thinking, this won't last, and just really disregarding it. But because I had an open mind to it lasting longer than I actually thought it would last, I made an extra $1 million. And bearing in mind they cash flow every single fucking day as well. Best product research method that you find works. Honestly, the product research method that I would use myself and the one that I'd recommend to a beginner is very, very different. So one I use myself is just scrolling through AliExpress or scrolling through other Chinese websites like that. The one I would recommend for you guys, if you're sub 25 orders, is to literally sub 50, sub 100 really. Sub 100 is just stealing from others on the platform. Once you've done that for a bit, there's better. But in the beginning, you don't understand what works and you need to go off platform. You need to switch it up. You need to change things, okay? Hey, Craig, just started, got $175 to my name. Can I pull it off? Yes. But be conservative with your cash. But also, bruv, unless you're in a third world country, which then I understand. But gee, why do you not have money coming in? Like, there's no honor in just like being poor. You know, there's no point in thinking like, I want to make a lot of money from business. There's no honor in just being like, I'm an entrepreneur. It has to work that way. I'm never going to get a job because some entrepreneur somewhere said I never got a job. It's like, bruv, I've had jobs. I've had 9 to 5s in my time and I've always had side hustles, right? Sometimes side hustles die out. You need to get a job because it's so much easier to make money when you have money coming in. If you have money and it's coming in each and every single fucking month from your job, you're in such a better position to fucking ape into something when it comes up. That's the way I look at it, right? I have a lot of cash now, and obviously it's a little bit of a different level playing with the numbers I'm playing with than 9 to 5 numbers, but I have a lot of cash because when I'm ready to buy something, when I'm ready to go into a business, or when I'm ready to, I need to send the money to acquire a business, which we're actually in the process of acquiring one now. We're just going through kind of all the boring shit, just checking we're not going to get fucked. You need to be aware that you have to have that cash, right? And we have to have cash coming in, right? If you got 100 grand in your savings account and you spend 100 G's, but you've got cash flow of fucking 10k a day. It doesn't fucking matter. You can spend 100 G's. You can spend whatever the fuck. You can spend every single fucking penny in your bank account. Craig started up a new store 4 to 5 days ago. 5 listings up, 1 sale already. You recommend doing a fake review? Yeah, this is a good idea, but also like just start running fucking ads. I mean, you're 4 or 5 days ago. Yeah, I would do. What do you think of start of 2024 will be like good sales? Yeah, I think it'll be pretty good sales. January was actually pretty good for us last year. It was better than summer. Summer's always very low, so it's going to be good. Could you tell what strategy you would take now to reach 10k in 3 months? I operate 1 shop, open another 2, will upload 1 listing to each store every day. Is that enough with using Etsy ads? If you're a complete beginner, no, that's not enough. I mean, bro, typically to members of Etsy Kings, which is my private course, private community, bro, like 10 stores. Get 10 stores quickly, bro. Up, more stores. Do you use artificial intelligence to search for your products or to search for niches? Not artificial intelligence, but we have software. People just like throw around artificial intelligence. Like we use like kinda, but it's more like machine learning than, I don't know. Basically, we have software. Hey, have you guys experienced a drop of sales over the past few days? So some of my stores are actually still doing very, very well. The ones with longer shipping times. But yeah, so across the board, because with our quick shipping, it's now past Christmas. Yeah, we're seeing a drop in sales. Do you recommend using any Chrome extensions for Etsy, example Toolsy? No, I don't. There's methods, bro. There's ways to get around everything, right? You got to be creative. You got to think outside the box, and that's how you get there. That's how you make fucking cash, G. One thing I think you guys should focus on is if you're right in the beginning, just really focus on getting more sales by any means necessary. Focus on opening more stores and just really focus on it rather than focusing on kind of doing too many different things at once. Like, don't worry about like too many things like AI tool. Like, don't worry too much about like all these little tools and shit. Like, just really focus on getting more fucking sales, list products that are already working for you, and just keep going, right? Like, that's the number one thing. Really just focus on just running it up. Really just focus on running it up. Like in the beginning, like literally you can run it very, very, very quickly and you can get fucking 500, 600, 700 orders very, very quickly and like not overthinking it, because I think too many people think about it too much. That's where they get stagnated. That's where things fuck up, you know? A quick walkthrough to set up and get your store running. The thing is then I have to show the back end details. Ask me questions like product research. Ask me questions like about different things. What do you mean a quick walkthrough? So for that, bro, there's no such thing as a quick walkthrough. But go check out my 45-minute long guide. The guy will post it in the chat. The mod will post it in the chat in a second. But yeah. Should each store be completely different niches or variations of similar niches? So I would do a mixture of both, but when you're right in the beginning, I would spread out niches. So we have a mixture of both. So we control some keywords. So some keywords, there's like, say 6 different niches that we control, like 6 different keywords. That we just control the first 5 pages. 90% of the listings are our stores, and we dominate. And we get rid of the competition. We push ours very, very heavily, and we're very, very controlling over the first page. So we do that, but then also we have certain niches where we're just like, we're a small fish, right? But in a big pond. So we do multiple different things. Like typically people will say, if you want to make hundreds of millions of dollars, you want to be a small fish. If you want to make hundreds of millions of dollars, I don't know if this is actually super necessary or even should say this, but like if you want to make hundreds of millions of dollars, you want to take a percentage of a very large industry. You want to take 1% of supermarkets, right? Or 10% of supermarkets. Whereas if like, that's the way to make real big money. But if you just want to make kind of like whatever money, then you want to take like the whole of one industry. So that's the way I like to do it. We like to do a bit of both, you know? Diversification. That's the way we do it. How do you fulfill orders? Do you recommend we talk to suppliers and work with them, or do we fulfill? Bro, honestly, in the beginning, fulfill via CJ Dropshipping. Once you fulfilled and you got a bit of traction with CJ Dropshipping, and once your store's kind of up and running, then I would just really focus on just getting a private supplier. Just focus on a private supplier, get one of those. That will help you so much, and you'll be able to run up so much quicker if you have a private supplier. But right in the beginning, it doesn't really matter. Just run it. Just literally run it. Like, don't overcomplicate it. Like, just CJ Dropshipping. Super easy. Bro, make sure you make a vlog in Pakistan. Thing is, we won't have our filmer with us because we forgot to get his fucking visa. I don't even know if I've got a visa. I have no idea. Because they came back and they're like, oh, we need a bunch of extra information. Sent the information, but they never confirmed. So, I don't know. I might get there and they might just fucking send me home. I have no idea what's going to happen. Hopefully they don't do that, because I did send it like fucking 3 weeks ago. But bro, Pakistan vlog would be fucking sick. I just messaged. I want to do this. If anyone, I think this would be funny actually. We'll see what happens actually. But I think I might do like a camping trip. When I go back to the UK, I think it'd be hilarious. Just like me and some of the boys, maybe some of the Etsy Kings guys that I know, just go fucking camping in the Lake District, and just like the title's like Millionaire Goes Camping. I just think it'd be fucking hilarious. Just like chatting shit about Etsy while fucking camping in a field, eating some fucking raw sausages, eating some cold beans. What's some good / realistic expectations for a new store? 1K rev first month, 3K rev second month, profit second month, 1,000 and then like third month, like 6, 7 rev, probably like 30% margins possible. That's typically what I would say. Quick walkthrough checklist. So obviously I can't say everything as I said, but go slow in the beginning. You don't want to go, like if you really got winning products, you want to go slow. You want to change everything about the imagery. You want to stay away from hot niches. Those are the kind of main points typically. So Craig, what do we put for the origin zip code in the country of dropshipping using AliExpress? I would just put like your home country and then put a random zip code in your home country. If you want to put the Chinese one, then just find a random Chinese zip code really in like Shenzhen or something like this. How can I change my ID though when creating new stores? It's hard for me to speak about this stuff. So there's some other methods, but basically using signers is a very easy method, a method that I can talk about. There are other methods as well without using signers, but basically if you use signers, you use like your mum's information to open up an Etsy store, then you're good, right? If you use your dad's information to open up an Etsy store, then it's good, you know? How many products should be advertised on new stores? All of them, bro. So you should do, let's say you start your advertising when you have 10 products, do a minimum of $5 a day. So a minimum of 0.5 cent per listing you have live, and then anything, you can go higher than that, but just like a minimum, yeah? So when they ask for production partner, this is optional and they don't really check. I haven't seen a reduced amount of bans with using production partners. I always put them, but I haven't seen a reduced amount of bans. Any metrics to look out other than for CTR less than 1? How should we scale successful ads that are plus what CTR? You just increase the budget. There's no other way to do it. And then you just purely focus on the ROAS, right? If your ROAS starts to deteriorate, because let's say you have a 10 ROAS, you put the budget, is that 10 ROAS, if you have a 10 ROAS at like $100 spend, obviously you're going to want to increase the budget, so you increase the budget to 200, but then it will be diminishing returns after a certain point, you know? Getting about 1 sale a week, what steps would you take to scale that? List more products, more stores, more ads. Very, very simple. How much are you making when you decided to quit your 9 to 5? I was making maybe £1,000 a month, something like this for my side hustles. But I knew I could make £2,000 a month, and then I quit, and I just, so I was earning maybe £1,100 a month from my 9 to 5. And obviously extra money on the side, maybe £1,000 a month, which I was just fucking spending every month, by the way. Like I was just splashing cash. And what I actually did is I quit that 9 to 5, £1,100 a month. And then I quit to go start an agency, like a marketing agency. And the company that I quit then hired me to do marketing for them, like with their company. So basically I was doing the same work that I enjoyed doing with my 9 to 5. I was doing less work than I was doing at my 9 to 5, but I was getting paid way more per hour. So I was probably getting paid about £1,000 a month, £900 a month, maybe 700 to like £1,200 a month with the marketing agency with that one client. But at the 9 to 5, I was getting paid like £1,100 a month. So those guys were fucking super safe. I really respect those guys. And yeah. Bro, the crazy thing is now, it's been 4 years since I've had a 9 to 5, and I was obviously getting paid £1,100 a month. The crazy thing to me, and this is something for you guys to pay attention to as well, like genuinely serious, okay? There's not many people in here, but you 19 people will hear this and understand this, okay? I went back and I looked at that company, the company I used to work at, and it was like a 10-person company, okay? Very small company, maybe even like 8 people, right? The owners of the company worked within the company. It was a small company, 10 people, right? They made good money. Don't get me wrong. Some months they made like nothing because there was obviously mistakes and problems and slow months. Some months they would maybe make 20, 30 grand profit, okay? So it was a good little business. The crazy thing to me is I quit 4 years ago. So it was me and another guy joined at the exact same time. We joined at the exact same time. Let's just call him John, right? Me and John joined at the exact same time. And like, honestly, without sounding super big headed, he was actually quite good at some stuff, but I was quite good at some stuff. And obviously you could say that I was maybe more intelligent in certain areas. I was more intelligent around like maybe marketing, and he was more kind of like, he just loved, I think he liked the boring work a bit more, right? But whatever. He was a super nice guy. I liked him. And we didn't really speak that much, but I did like him, right? I like people, he was easy to get on with. But he's still in the company. He's been working there every single day for 4 fucking years. Like, that could have been my life. And he's probably maybe moved out of his parents' house. I don't even think he was with his parents, but maybe he's moved out of his parents' house. Maybe he's got a bit of a better car. Maybe he's got a girlfriend now. And they moved offices. They moved offices like 20 minutes away. So now he's got to drive maybe a little bit less to office, right? But his life is basically exactly the same. Obviously, he was probably getting paid £1,100 then. Maybe he's getting paid 2, maybe 3 grand a month now. Probably like 2.5, 3 grand a month. But that could have been my life. And I obviously quit and left, and I took action. I took the bold move and the risky move, right? And left and went and did something with my life. But his life, literally, like, I could have been living his exact life, getting paid 2.5 grand a month for the past 4 years. Like, he's like, what even is that? Like 2 times, it's like, what's 24 grand a month? 24 grand a year minus taxes is probably like 19, let's say. Let's give him a bit more. 2.5 grand a month minus taxes. What's 2.5 times 12? That's what, 25 after taxes? That's 25 grand a year. He's earned 100 grand in the past 4 years. I do more than that a month in profit. Sometimes you got to take the bold move, and I would say, like, maybe he's happy, maybe he's having a good life, maybe he's having fun, maybe he's got a lovely girlfriend and a wife and kids. I don't fucking know, right? I don't know this guy, obviously. But I'm just using him as an analogy of, like, I could have been that same exact position, but I took the chance, I quit the job, I did the risky move. I didn't necessarily know it was going to plan out. I felt like it was worth the fucking chance, though. And I think more people should bet on themselves. 30k, yeah, bro, that took me way long to do. That was embarrassing. Bro, today's a slow day. Last night I went out, and today's not been a productive day. Like, I've done so many different things, but it's just like my brain's foggy today. But that could have been my life. You know, he's earned 100k over the past 4 years, and I do that a month. So it's like, it's crazy. It puts it into perspective of what you can achieve if you do take a risk and you do bet on yourself and you go for it, you know, and you really put your all into something. So one thing I would encourage, I'm not saying this to fucking flex or shit on this other guy, because maybe this guy's happy at the end of the day, right? And that's the most important thing, it's happiness, right? But for me, I always felt there was something more out there. And if you're watching this now, you think there's something more out there as well, because you wouldn't be watching this. You wouldn't be trying to improve your business. You wouldn't try to get better. Okay. So bear that in mind. I don't know where I'm going with this, but basically, fucking take the fucking chance is my point. Take the fucking chance. Bet on yourself. Always bet on yourself. Are your biggest stores organic or with ads? All organic, G. 95% organic. Organic ads are just for visibility, which boosts organic posts. Yeah, basically like that. So, or ads are basically just for the beginning stages, just to give you that. Basically, simplest way I can explain it is just ads are kind of like a sacrifice to the gods, almost, to the Etsy lords. And you're just kind of giving the money. They're giving you a little bit back. You're slightly losing, slightly breaking even, maybe making a little bit of profit the first 100 orders. But you're getting the momentum. You're understanding the platform and you're gaining knowledge, but also you're gaining momentum on the store. And then you go from there, you know? I don't think you got me there, mate. I'm asking if there are other methods to do it on Etsy King's course. I'm not asking for free info, though. Oh, yeah, no, there's other methods to do it inside of the Etsy King's course. I didn't understand that. Sorry, G. I thought you were just like, oh, can you just tell me anyways? But no, G, there's a bunch of methods, bro. Bunch of methods. How do we grow organically? SEO tags. Honestly, the number one thing. So with Etsy, SEO obviously is important, but it's more important. The way you actually grow organically is by getting sales, having a good conversion rate. So when someone clicks on your listing, they buy from it. And then also having a good CTR rate, which these two are kind of linked. So CTR is the thumbnail image to click on it, and then also buying from that listing. Okay. That is the most important thing to get organic reach, okay? Because you can have a title with 4 fucking words on it, but if it hits the right audience and people click on it and people buy from it, you're going to do well, okay? So bear that in mind. But SEO is not as important as you think it would be, okay? You think it's very, very good, but it really doesn't really matter that much. The thing that matters the most is having a good thumbnail image and having a good, interesting item. Because Yeah, like SEO basically is just to get the item onto the correct page to show someone it. You're just giving, and then Etsy will be like, okay, cool, people like this item, bump it up. Okay, this phone case. Oh, they put the title phone case, blah blah blah, specific to the item, not misleading, because then it just won't work because you'll get a low CTR. Like if I sell this is snus, right? If I sell this on Etsy, but I put the title as black dildo, no one's going to buy it because people are going to be typing in black dildo and it's going to come up with this and they're just going to ignore it. They're going to fuck is that bullshit on there. So you're going to have a 0% CTR rate and Etsy's going to know your listing's then shit. So no one's going to click on it. So they want to keep the platform good. They want people to keep buying. And let's say when people come onto Etsy, they have an average amount of products they view before they leave the platform, before they can't find something they want. Let's say people look at 100 products on the Etsy platform. Etsy will have all this information as well, right? Etsy will have all this piece of information, right? So you're on the platform, maybe 100 products you'll view. So Etsy needs to show you the best 100 products for the stuff you're searching in. Otherwise you're leaving, you're gone, right? So if the search terms for phone case just show phone holders, then that's going to screw up their platform because people are only going to view 100 phone cases before they leave the platform. And if out of those 100 listings they see, they're all fucking phone stands, then they're not going to buy. So SEO is not as important as you would think it is because there's no like tricks, right? Like obviously there's some things that do obviously benefit, and I'm not saying SEO doesn't matter at all, but I'm saying that the actual quality of the listing is the most important thing, and the quality of the product and the interest of the product and the thumbnail image, okay? Perceived value, obviously everything plays a part, but it's conversion rate. So CTR, so people that thumbnail image, most important thing. Thumbnail image, and then also the tags, title, description is accurate to what the thumbnail shows. People then click on the thumbnail, and then it's how many people have visited your thing to then purchased. If those two figures are very, very high, you will do incredibly well, and Etsy will bump you to the first page, and Etsy will love you and fucking give you all the money in the entire world. If those two things are low, as an example, be calling this a phone case. If you call this a phone case, no one's going to click on it because they're fucking looking for phone cases. Make sense? Can I start Etsy from scratch? $0? Probably not, no. How come once in a while, once you get a listing deactivated for breaking policies, when you have other people stealing the exact same thing from AliExpress with the exact same photos as bestsellers? Gee, because there's methods, bro. You think everyone's just going to tell you everything? You think nothing's going to be gatekeeped? Like, genuinely you think obviously not you, I know you, whatever, I'm not attacking you. But I'm saying like, there's information and there's information, G. Like, struggling with Etsy suspensions, any advice besides joining Etsy Kings? Nah, join Etsy Kings, G. But, of course I have advice other than just joining Etsy Kings. The advice would be, I mentioned it before, but it's pretty simple, right? Go slow, change images, stay away from hot niches. It's kind of best advice I can give. It's because they're not strong. That's why they're not good, to be honest. Mince the worst, bro. Mince the worst. But what's strong to you? Because maybe strong, like I'm a little pussy when it comes to it, bro. I can't be doing these fucking 25s. I like 10s. 10 MG. Best. When should we focus on organic or should we run ads year round? You should run ads year round. Always run ads. But after like 100, 150 orders, focus more on organic. Downscale your ads. Downscale your ads. Go like with your ads slowly. And then go with your pricing, and then go with your cost of goods, like decrease your cost of goods as well. What's your opinion about Printify and Dropship Agent? Dropship Agent, meh. I don't know. Printify, I don't really have an opinions on Printify. That's not the most useful. But one thing I will say, by the way, CJ Dropshipping, definitely the biggest player. One thing I will say is like I have no affiliations with anything that I recommend, by the way. And that's why often I don't recommend a lot of things because people think I have affiliations with shit. And a lot of these people will have exclusive deals with these specific things. And those things ain't the fucking best, bro. People have offered me thousands of dollars to plug specific things. And I've told them fuck off because I don't think it's the best thing. Literally someone the other day just like offered me thousands to plug one specific fucking piece of software, and I genuinely don't think it's the best piece of software, so I don't want to fucking plug it, even though they're paying me thousands. So bear that in mind if people are recommending specific pieces of software. Like there's a referral link somewhere, never getting money, and people just get paid up front as well. Like, yeah. Is there a point where you can turn off completely? I was running $15, now I'm down to 2 a day. I wouldn't turn off completely. I would leave it at 2 a day. So I've seen it where I've run it like 0 and like 2 a day is always better. Like, that's my opinion. I have a product which I consistently get 10% daily CVR, sometimes going up to 30%, but I can't get over 100 listing views no matter the amount of listings I have. What am I doing wrong? Are you running ads? Great, starting a new store now for the billing card. Is there a website I can get a fake card on and change it to my real one later? Nah. You need to open up more things. I mean, there is probably a website you can get a fake card on, but I obviously can't recommend something. It's definitely not going to be a legal service. So Wise is good. Wise you can make more cards on. You're just going to have to open up a new bank, basically, is the way to do it. Also, last couple of questions, and I'm going to dip off and fucking head out. Have you made a video on CJ Dropship? Nah, but it's very, very simple to use, G. Very simple to use. Very simple to use. Very simple to use. Craig, what are your expenses looking like for warehouse and what shipping partner are you using? So we're using Every and Royal Mail, majoritively. Every's typically for international. Royal Mail's typically for national in the UK. Sometimes we use other people. No, we don't use that. We basically just use those guys. Every, Royal Mail. Every's actually very good. I like Every a lot. They have a bad rep, but I think they're actually a lot better than people think they are. Like Royal Mail's, for the support from a business, I'm waffling, but the support of the business side of things, Every is actually way better than Royal Mail. Royal Mail fucking suck dick. Oh my God. Bro, you have to be on hold for like 40 minutes to speak to them. It's ridiculous. Every, I have literally the mobile number of my account manager. Just call them up, instant pickup, solve my fucking problem. So you have to invest money. So you have to invest money for each order first, right? What do you mean? No, you get the money before. I mean, you can put fake trackings in and stuff, but yeah, you can get the fuck money before. Expenses for warehousing. Warehouses are pretty cheap. I'm not going to lie. In terms of how much revenue we're doing, it's very, very small cost. The biggest expense is the employee side of things. That's fucking expensive because you're paying an employee £10.50 an hour. Even if you don't make money, you got to fucking pay the employees. Same with obviously the warehouse, but the warehouse is quite cheap. I don't know. We don't spend that much. Maybe it's like 5,000. I don't actually know off the top of my head because we have two now. So we have one that's completely our own, and we have one that we like share with someone else. So is iPhone cases a good niche? I'm in there right now. I actually did a podcast the other day, and the podcast host, he had a friend back in the day, and he was actually going to get into Etsy dropshipping before he went into what he's doing now. And he had a friend that was doing 30K profit a month with phone cases, shipping them all from his house, buying in bulk from China. There's hacks in the system. There's always glitches in the system. Just make a fuck ton of money. And he's printing fucking 30K for years, and he has been. So 30K a month, by the way, profit. What to do if customer complains saying they found your product on cheap Chinese website? What, they've already bought it? If they've already bought it, just give them the refund. Cancel the order, actually. Cancel the order. If they haven't already bought it, then just fucking ignore the message. Craig, when someone orders from your store, do you get instant money or after a month? No, it's instant, bro. It's not instant. It's like 3 days. You get the cash. What do you mean by niched? As you know, we start a bit broad, but could you specify like necklaces or only what? I would do a niche based upon aesthetic. So do like a minimalist jewelry store, do like a gothic jewelry store, that sort of thing.